Have you ever seen your dog get scared by something small? A loud bang, a dropped object, a strange sound, or someone suddenly moving toward them. And then just a few seconds later, they do something that looks almost ridiculous. They shake their entire body, stretch, sniff the floor, look around, and then casually walk away as if absolutely nothing happened. You might even think, did my dog just forget what happened? But that strange little moment may actually be one of the most interesting parts of how dogs handle stress. And once you understand it, you may start noticing it every single time your dog gets startled. When a dog experiences something frightening, their body doesn't simply switch from danger to safe the instant the scary event ends. Their nervous system has to process what just happened. For a moment, their attention becomes extremely focused. Their muscles may tighten, their heart rate can increase. Their body becomes ready to react. This is the classic survival response. Fight, flight, freeze, or sometimes simply watch and assess. But then the threat disappears. The room becomes quiet again. Nothing else happens. And that's when you may see something strange. Your dog suddenly shakes their body from head to tail. It can look like they're drying themselves off after a bath, even though they haven't touched water. This is sometimes called a shake-off. And while it doesn't mean your dog is consciously thinking, okay, let's reset, it can occur as part of returning from a moment of heightened arousal back toward a calmer state. Think about what happens to your own body after a sudden scare. Someone slams a door behind you. For a second, your whole body reacts. Then you realize you're safe, and you might laugh, take a deep breath, or physically loosen your shoulders. Dogs don't explain their feelings with words, so their bodies often give us the clues instead. And the shake is only one piece of the puzzle. After a startling event, some dogs immediately begin sniffing the ground. At first, this might look completely unrelated. Why would a dog suddenly become interested in a random patch of floor after hearing a loud noise? Because sniffing is one of the most important ways dogs gather information about their environment. It can also redirect their attention towards something familiar and predictable. Instead of staring at whatever scared them, they may return to investigating the world through their strongest sense. And then there is another behavior many owners misunderstand: the sudden stretch. Your dog gets frightened, looks alert, and moments later stretches their front legs forward and pushes their chest toward the ground. Is it just a normal stretch? Maybe, but context matters. Dogs use body language in combinations, not isolated movements. If your dog stretches after the scary event and then relaxes, sniffs, looks away, or resumes normal behavior, it may simply be part of their transition back into a comfortable state. But there's something even more interesting you should watch for. What happens immediately afterward? Does your dog return to their normal behavior? Do they take a treat? Do they play? Do they approach you? Do their ears and body become relaxed again? Those clues can tell you much more than the shake itself. A dog that shakes, sniffs, and then happily walks toward you may be recovering from a brief startle. A dog that remains stiff, hides, avoids eye contact, keeps scanning the room, pants heavily, trembles, or refuses food may still be experiencing significant stress. And this is where many owners make a mistake. They see the scary moment end and assume their dog is already fine. But the body doesn't always work that quickly. Imagine someone accidentally dropping a heavy pan in your kitchen. Your dog jumps. Their ears change position. Their body becomes tense. Maybe they run away. You call their name. They look back. Then they shake themselves and start sniffing around. You might laugh because it seems dramatic. But instead of laughing at the reaction, look at what happens next. Are they choosing to come closer to you? Are they moving normally? Are they taking treats? Are they curious again? Those small details tell the story. One of the best things you can do during this moment is avoid forcing your dog to confront whatever scared them. If your dog runs behind the couch after a loud noise, dragging them back into the room and making them face their fear can increase the pressure. Instead, give them space. Keep your own behavior calm. If they approach you, let them decide how close they want to be. Your goal isn't to erase the fear instantly. Your goal is to help the environment become predictable again. And there is another fascinating reason this matters. Dogs are constantly learning from what happens after a frightening event. Imagine your dog hears a strange noise and then immediately gets pulled toward it, surrounded by excited people or repeatedly exposed to the same sound. The experience may become more stressful. But imagine the opposite. The noise happens, nothing terrible follows. Their trusted person stays calm. They have room to move away. A few moments later, normal life continues. That can create a very different association. This doesn't mean your dog will never be scared again. Some triggers are powerful, and every dog is different. But the way we respond can influence how safe the situation feels. Now here's the part most people never notice. Sometimes the reset isn't dramatic at all. It can be incredibly subtle. Your dog may simply turn their head away. They may sniff. They may blink. They may walk toward another room. They may shake once. They may stretch. They may pick up a toy. They may suddenly become interested in something completely ordinary. That change in behavior can be your clue that their attention is moving away from the frightening event. But don't turn every yawn, stretch, or shake into a psychological diagnosis. Dogs perform these behaviors for many reasons. A shake can happen because they're wet, uncomfortable, excited, or simply adjusting their body. A yawn can mean they're tired. Sniffing can just mean they found an interesting smell. Context is everything. The real skill isn't memorizing one behavior and giving it one meaning. It's learning to read the entire sequence. What happened before? What did your dog do during the scary moment? What did they do immediately afterward? And how long did it take before they returned to their normal behavior? That's the difference between simply watching your dog and actually understanding their communication. So the next time your dog hears a sudden noise and then performs that bizarre full-body shake, don't just laugh and move on. Watch the few seconds that follow. Maybe they'll sniff the floor. Maybe they'll stretch. Maybe they'll look at you. Maybe they'll grab their favorite toy and continue their day. That little sequence may be their body transitioning from something is wrong back toward everything is okay. And once you start noticing it, you'll realize something beautiful about dogs. They don't just experience the world. They constantly monitor it, process it, and adjust to it. Their strange little behaviors often make much more sense when you stop looking at them as random habits and start seeing them as pieces of a conversation. So next time your dog gets startled, give them a moment. Don't rush them. Don't force them. Just watch. Because sometimes that tiny shake isn't just your dog shaking their fur. It's the beginning of their return to normal. And if you want to understand your dog even better, start paying attention not only to what they do when something happens, but to what they do right after. That's where some of their most interesting signals can appear.